Folks, welcome to the October edition of the Chamber Corner. Bowser and I got a real good program put together for you, don't we, buddy? Say a few words. All right, he did. Okay, we're here at the Rogan Raven, and one of the reasons we wanted to come back here is you guys have moved, haven't you? Tell them who you are first.
I'm Stephanie Winfrey. I am the owner of the Rogan Raven, and I also chair the Smith County Events Committee.
Okay, and Stephanie, you guys moved into this new location here about, what, a week ago? 2 weeks?
A week and a half on Walton Day was our grand reopening.
Okay, and I'm sure you had a lot of folks come in. When I came in early that day, you already had a house full, so.
Yep, we were pretty busy that whole day.
Okay, now explain what Rogan Raven is.
So the Rogan Raven is a tabletop game store. We do all things tabletop games, so board games, card games like Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Digimon, Magic the Gathering, role-playing games like Dungeons & Dragons, Warhammer, that there's a train set up in front of you here for, and then all accessory things that you need, sleeves, binders, and we also have collectibles and comics too in store.
Okay, now these games, you can actually do them as a, like you say, a board game, physically, or there's also electronic versions of a lot of these games too as well?
Some of them have electronic versions, yeah. We focus on all the tabletop because we've got tables in here for you to play and stuff like that, but there are electronic versions. We don't currently do anything video game wise though.
Okay, and I'm sure your clientele is probably a certain age range.
Not really.
Oh, really?
We've got people older than you in here playing D&D sometimes.
That's hard to believe. There are not many people older than me.
And then we've got kids as young as 6, 7 and playing Pokemon when we have our Pokemon League. So there's no age limit, and there's no, the common is probably young adult and high school, but all age ranges come in here and play, and all are welcome.
Okay, and what are your hours?
We're open Sunday 10 to 10, Monday through Thursday noon to 10, and Friday and Saturday, 10 a.m. to midnight. Okay,
so you've got pretty good hours for somebody if they're looking for something to do in the afternoon or the evening to be able to have some entertainment.
Yep.
And it looks to me like you can house several people in here. I don't know if you've ever made a count.
I haven't counted since we moved, but we've got more seats. We can get at least 40 people at the tables that we have, and we have more downstairs we can bring up if we're the ones we have are full. So. Okay,
well, how does a person come in, say for instance, you're new to town, you want to come in and you'd like to get involved in board games, do you hook these folks together? Is there a league, or how does that work? Is it just organic?
So we've got a Discord channel that is what most gamers have an account for, and it's got different chat channels for all the different games that are played. We also have advertisements going in stores, so if somebody's wanting to start like a board game club or something, all they have to do is let us know and get us a graphic, and we'll put it up so people can sign up. But the biggest thing is our Discord. People can communicate through there or ask us to put up a form on our website.
Okay, and if you're looking for this store, just find the old historic courthouse, and it's almost directly across the street.
Yep, it's at 224 Main Street North.
And it's 2 doors down from Kim's Framing Art, which has been a mainstay in the community for years.
Yep.
And just down from Evil's Tavern, which is, of course, you go in down off of 2nd.
Something like that.
Or 3rd, I'm sorry, 3rd Avenue. Okay, we've talked about your store here. Is there anything we might have missed that we need to go over?
So we are hosting the first ever Game Con in Smith County. It's called Upper Cumberland Game Con. It is November 19th. It is going to be at the Ag Center, not here. Our store will be closed on this day because, well, we can't run both. There are going to be vendors. We already have over 28 signed up, and I haven't even really started pushing for them yet. So we will fill all of our vendor spots, I believe. We're going to have card game tournaments. We're going to have some D&D and DCC games going that you can sign up for. There's going to be a cosplay contest. We have a national LARP group coming to set up a training ground and battles, and we're going to have more. We've gotten some free goodies from Games Workshop to give out to people as they come in the door, and our ticket prices are relatively cheap. We wanted to make it a family accessible event, so door entry is only $5. Children 13 and under get in free, and we have VIP tickets for $20, but there's a limit of 50, and we've already sold quite a few. So if you want one, you probably should get one soon.
Okay, and this is happening when?
November 19th. It starts at 10 a.m. VIP will get in half an hour early, and it goes till midnight, but vendors are asked to stay till about 9. We've got games and stuff that'll go till midnight and a night LARP battle.
Okay, and if they want to get information about that, of course, they can contact you here at the store.
Yeah, they can message us. Don't call us yet because we have not found our phone base since we moved. So message us on Facebook or email us, or you can fill out our contact form on our website. It's therogueandraven.com.
Okay. All right, now we've got another event that's going to be happening on the 31st of this month, and it's a big deal in both Carthage and Gordonsville. I'm going to ask you, since you're the chairman of the events committee, that's one of your big events. I want you to just talk a little bit about our Halloween bash that we're having here on Main Street in Carthage.
Yep. So the one that happens in Carthage is hosted by Smith County Events Committee, which I chair. It happens on Main Street. It is called Hometown Halloween. It used to be Jeepers Creepers, but we have grown it from just a trunk or treat. So the Jeepers Creepers trunk or treat still happens. If you want to participate in that and you want to be able to get updates on when to set up and stuff, just send us a message or an email with your name and email, and we'll put you on the list. There's also going to be a maze like there was last year. It'll be hopefully a little upgraded this year. The SEHS Drama Club, which I believe is called Smith County Playhouse now,
Yes.
Is doing the haunted area this year. We are adding a few other things. So we've got a trick or treat trail for Carthage. So if you are a citizen of Carthage and you are going to be set up at your house handing out treats to trick-or-treaters, you can fill out our form and we will put you on the interactive map. You can mark that you are a door knock trick-or-treat or that you've got it outside as self-serve, or if you just have decorations up that you think kids might like to see, you can let us know that too and we'll put you on the map. So that's pretty cool, pretty excited about that. Last year we had over 2,000 kids come. This year we're expecting 3,000 or more. We're telling everybody who wants to set up a trunk to expect that many. And we're also going to have yard games. So.
And they'll be in the courthouse, and of course we're going to have some music going on and things like that, but it'll be all outside.
All outside, except the haunted house, we're not sure where the location's going to be yet. We're still working on that.
Okay, and that's Mr. J.R. Smith, I guess, working on that.
Yep, the Smith County Playhouse should be getting you a proposal soon. So.
Okay, all right. So we'll be looking forward to that. Well, I think it's going to be a big night, and of course, Gordonsville has a lot going on. We're going to be interviewing a gentleman about that here just in a little bit.
Yep, they do.
Have we missed anything? I notice we're standing in front of something that says Warhammer. Is that a board game and also a electronic game as well?
So Warhammer is huge. They have video games for Warhammer, but what we do in store is the tabletop miniature game. So it's a role-playing miniature game, but the focus is the math and the battling. You get little miniature figures and you set up on a map and terrain and you fight battles. And it's a lot of fun. This was actually hand painted by one of our friends that's an artist. It took him 144 hours to paint this set right here, but it was just a solid gray when he got it, so it actually looks real now. So it's a pretty cool game. We just started letting people play in store when we opened, and we've had a game every Saturday. So.
Okay, well, it looks very interesting. Well, thank you for letting us come here.
Thank you.
And we'll look forward to Hometown Halloween and other things that are coming along, like your GameCon.
Yep, I'm excited about it. Thank you so much.
Miss Mary has come by to talk to us at the Rogue and Raven, and she's going to tell us about, things that are going on. But as always, tell them who you are and who you're with.
Okay, I'm Mary Draper, and I'm the Family and Consumer Science Extension Agent for the county. So we have lots of things going on in October. It's a busy month. We have a Matter of Balance going on at the Senior Center. So this is an 8-week program, and we just started. So if anybody is interested in joining us, we'd love to have you. We do exercises. We don't start that until the 3rd week, but it's about improving your balance, and then as well as ways to maybe not as fall, so fall prevention.
Okay, who is eligible for that program?
So it is geared towards older adults. That's a good place to have it is, of course, at the Senior Center, where there's older adults there as well. But anybody over a certain age is welcome to come because it is geared towards that age. But anybody in the county is welcome.
Okay, all right. What else is going on?
We also have a Keep Smith County Beautiful Service Project Day going on. So Bill's on that committee as well. It's going on October the 17th. So that is a Monday, the Monday of fall break. So we hope that kids as well as their parents can come out and help keep Smith County beautiful. So we'll meet at 9 o'clock at the Ag Center, and we'll pick up different locations around the county that has litter. And of course, we always invite you to join our organization as well. So anybody that's passionate about keeping Smith County beautiful.
Okay, and that organization, Keep Smith County Beautiful, there are funds that come through the litter grant, and it's used around the county to try and help people, see that it's not a good idea to throw your trash out. And they do pick up on that day. Now, if they want to volunteer, they can come that day, and like you said, they could join the organization. In fact, we've had several people that have moved in here. I can think of Eric and Mills and his wife. They've joined us because they heard about this. So if you're out there and you want to do something about litter, it would be a good organization to join. And I think we've made a difference in the county.
Yeah, so we have service projects always in the fall and spring, and I feel like, and Martin Luther King Day, of course, service projects. So we have lots of service projects available, and then we meet monthly as well, usually the last Thursday of the month at 7:30 a.m. And you can call the chamber to get information, or the extension office as well.
Okay, and we're 735-2093, and you're
735-2900.
Okay, and so if you want to know about Keep Smith County Beautiful, or anything that's going on with the extension service, and especially the senior adults and things of that nature, Mary is able to help you out. Mary, thanks for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Well, we've got another event going on across town in Gordonsville, Tennessee. And Colby, tell them who you are and who you're with.
My name's Colby McKinney, and today I'm representing the Halloween Bash over in Gordonsville.
Okay, and that's an organic event that's been going on for decades, but you guys have kind of organized it and got a lot of good things going on over there.
It's been going on for years and years, and we've just kind of put some reins on it, and the reins broke. It has grown, and it is a huge event. And, we're trying to make it safe and fun for everybody.
Well, I heard that you kind of did a sporadic head count, and it was over 3,000 people there last year.
Yes, we had 3,000 tickets that we gave away last year, and we gave them all away, and so we don't know how many in addition to that. But it was a lot of folks come to Gordonsville, and the reason is it's just a good place to trick or treat. It has been for years. We've got a good long, straight, flat main street with lots of houses on either side. There's parking at the high school, at the Methodist Church, at Ivy Park, and it's just an ideal place to trick or treat.
Well, and the street's wide, and you guys close it off now. Used to in time past they didn't. You closed it off so it makes it a safe area for kids to come and walk. Also, you've got a parking situation that is going to help people out. You might want to tell them about that.
Yeah, so well, first I'll talk about the street being shut down. If you come to Gordonsville, the street will be shut down from what's the former ShopRite all the way down to the high school. And last year, with us shutting down the street, we created a parking problem. There was so many people came that it was just hard to find a place to park. Gordonsville's only so big. There's only so many spaces in the church parking lot and at the school. So this year we have partnered with some local businesses and churches. It's actually your church is going to let us, and we've got Wilson Bank parking lot, Citizens Bank parking lot, Gordonsville Drugs parking lot, Classic Cuts, and Dr. Casey Owens parking lot up front. And what we're going to do is have two 13-passenger shuttle buses that are going to be picking people up at those places all throughout the night and dropping them off right there at the former ShopRite, so they can be dropped off right at the event, and then they can hitch a ride back.
And since you've got two buses doing that, longest anybody have to wait maybe 10 minutes?
I think at the max. It's really only a mile and a half trip, so the longest part will be people getting on and off the buses.
Okay, and these buses are from UCHRA. They'll have professional drivers there, and they are large enough to where they can hold like you said, what, 16?
I
or
think these are
something?
13 passengers.
13.
So yeah, 10 to 13 people. It should be good, and that's going to open up several hundred more parking spots. And hopefully, I think last year we had people parked in the graveyard and on sides of streets that really didn't need parking, and it was causing just one-way traffic. And so I think this is going to help combat the parking issue.
Yeah, and if you know somebody that's planning on coming to Gordonsville, you need to tell them about this parking because they can park all the way out at the Living Water Church or
Right.
at the Gordonsville Drugs
Right.
or at the bank there, and then ride the shuttle in, and they don't have to, once they leave, they can get in their car and there won't be a big issue about
Right,
trying
yeah, they
to leave.
they can go right to the four-way and head back home, and they won't have to wait in traffic because traffic is going to be bumper to bumper from about 4 p.m. to about 8 p.m. that night. The event is actually from 5 to 8. Main Street will be shut down at 4:30, so no through traffic. The detour, if you need to get through that area, is Hickman Highway to Oak Street to Maple Street up behind the high school.
Okay, now I understand you got some food vendors that are going to show up.
We do. Last year was the first year that we did food vendors, and we were gracious enough to have the pizza.
Domino's.
Yes, they came last year. They brought a food truck and actually cooked fresh pizza on site last year. And last year we just did one food truck to see how it went, and it was a huge success. He was overwhelmed. So this year we decided to up it to 2 food vendors, and so we're going to have it's going to be Helen's Restaurant out of Gainesboro. She's
And-
coming
and
to do-
Domino's.
and Domino's is going to be back. So it'll be those 2. Miss Helen will be doing fish and chicken and fried Oreos and hot dogs and burgers and fries and things like that. And then Domino's have pizza. And then drinks-wise, we're going to have Southern Shave and Brew. They came last year, huge success. They sold out. I think they had to run back to Carthage Walmart to get some more ice cream for their milkshakes in the middle of the event. So they were overwhelmed. So they're coming back prepared. If Helen's and Domino's is overwhelmed this year, then we're probably going to up it to 3 or 4 food booths for next year. We just didn't want to have too many food booths and then them not do well.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. You want to kind of protect them a little bit. Now, you've got some other vendors that are going to be there during the event,
Yes.
and have some folks handing out things.
yes, today, this recording's happening on October the 5th, and as of today, we've got like 27 participants that are coming, businesses, churches, organizations that are signed up, committed to come, and we're expecting close to 40-ish by the time the 31st gets here. So if you're interested in setting up and coming and handing out candy, feel free to send us an email, or you can follow our Facebook page.
Right, and every one of those organizations is going to be handing out candy to the
Yes.
kids.
Mhm. Yeah. and-
Okay, plus the folks in the houses and other
Right,
things.
all
that
the
are
Main
going-
Street folks that live down through there, and then all those businesses. And we're going to have places for you to sit and eat. If you want to come eat supper, we're going to have picnic tables for you to be able to sit and eat. We'll have some DJ music, playing some Halloween tunes, and it's going to be a fun night. We're looking forward to it. So.
Yeah, I think it sounds like it, and I think we ought to go over the parking again so that we really make the emphasis.
Yes.
They can park outside the event and ride in and ride back out
Exactly,
to their car.
yeah. And before I do that, I want to do 2 plugs. One is to Middle Tennessee Natural Gas, the Project Hometown Help, and also Upper Cumberland Cares. Those 2 organizations have give us a donation to help put this event on. One of the things we wanted to do was to try not to solicit money if we didn't have to put on the event. And it doesn't cost a whole lot to put on the event. And so those 2 organizations were grateful enough to give us little funds to be able to rent the buses, for the parking issue, and to be able to do some other things, some safety things, the signage and things like that. So we're very grateful to those folks. If you're a customer of Middle Tennessee Natural Gas, or if everybody's an electric customer, so if you're those customers, be sure to round up your bill to the next dollar, because that's what that goes towards. But yeah, the parking, like I say, no need to try to park in a ditch or somewhere random or somebody's driveway that you're not supposed to. Just park at the Church of God there in Gornsville, Living Waters, or Gornsville Drugs, Wilson Bank, Citizens Bank, or Classic Cuts, or IVAG Park. I don't know if I mentioned that one earlier. And a bus will come through about every 10 minutes or so and pick up and drop off.
Yeah, and they'll be making that circle all through the event until it's basically over.
Yes.
Now the hours, go over that one more time.
So 5 to 8 is when the event is advertised to the public, but we're going to shut down the street about 4:30 just to go ahead and stop the traffic coming through, and that will allow our vendors to get set up safely and get their booths set up and their tents and things like that.
Okay, now I don't know, there used to be a countywide curfew. I know there's a curfew in Carthage at 8 o'clock. I don't know if there's a curfew in Gordonsville.
It is 8-ish, 8:30, something like that. The event hard cuts off at 8 o'clock, so all vendors are required to stop handing out candy, and we cut off at 8. Typically, something I didn't mention before is everybody that comes through has an opportunity to sign up. They can put down their name and phone number for door prizes. And at the end, towards the end of the night, about 7:30, well, that's when we give away the door prizes. We've got $250 cash sponsored by Wilson Bank and Trust, lots of gift cards and other items that'll be donated in, and we will people gather around. They were a huge crowd last year gathered around the stage, and we gave away those door prizes. And after about 7:45, once the $250 cash is given away, people start to disperse. So
Yeah. Well, now, do you have to be present to win?
you do have to be present for the cash. We're going to require you to be able to win the $250 cash. You've got to be present to win. The other door prizes, just give us your phone number. We'll call you the next day, and you can pick it up at City Hall or the Gordonsville Police Department.
Okay, so I got a good event going on there, and taking care of folks and getting them in and out of town. So I think it's going to be great.
We're looking forward to it. We've got a good group of folks. So we got the city's on board. Actually, the mayor's on our committee.
Yeah.
The first lady is on the committee. We've got some residents there that live right around the area, some city employees, and then just some. There's a few members of the Southside Lions Club. The Southside Lions Club was kind of the brainchild behind the Halloween Bash. I'm a member of the Lions Club, and the first year we did it, we just rented the Civic Center and had 4, 5, 6 people set up inside the Civic Center and let people come through. And then we realized then that we had outgrown the first year of the Civic Center, and then we decided to start doing it outside. So.
Well, and I know, like you said, the Southside Lions Club and Mayor Potts and his wife Heather, they've been to every one of the meetings that I've been to,
Yes.
and have been very supportive. And I know the city is the reason you're able to shut the street down. If they didn't,
Yes, they are. If we didn't have their support, that's a state highway that also runs through our city, and we've got to have both of those people. Thanks to TDOT and also to the city for allowing us to shut down that street, and the state provides us with signs and markers to mark the detour. So it's not just one person puts it on. It takes a team and a half to put it on and to make get all the moving parts working. But
Right.
But it's a fun event, and it's probably the largest event. I know it's the largest event that happens in Gordonsville every
I
year.
agree.
So people get out and they. Tons of candy. The dentist the next day will be, they're the
Having a
ones
lot of
that
business,
benefit
yeah.
because there's thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars worth of candy that will be given out that night. So come with a 5-gallon bucket and be ready to fill it up. So.
Okay. Well, Colby, thanks for coming by, and really
I
appreciate
tell you what,
it.
I've got one other thing that's
okay.
not related to the Halloween Bash.
Sure.
I'm going to put on another hat, and it's Smith County Noon Rotary. Every year we do a fundraiser and we sell pocket knives. Case pocket knives. In years past, we've done a case pocket knife that had the Smith County Courthouse on it, the Cordell Hole Bridge. We've done Gordonsville High School, Smith County High School. Last year we did the Caney Fort River. This year we're doing the Cumberland River. So our knives will be here in the next few weeks, probably by the end of October, and you can pick those up at Wilson Bank in Gordonsville or Citizens Bank in Gordonsville, and they're $75 a piece. And it's not only a fundraiser for our club, but it is also an investment, because in 2018 when we started this, we sold the courthouse knives for $75 a piece, and the last one I seen sell recently was selling for about $100 to $125. So they're increasing in value. So
And they're increasing a lot more in the bank account.
yes. So
interest
it's
rate.
it's a good fundraiser for our club, but it's also you get something that's it's not like a bundt cake or a Krispy Kreme donut. It's something that you can it's going to be worth something one day, and it's a fundraiser for our club. So I just wanted to plug that while I was here. That they're great Christmas gifts. You got a guy or gal in your life that collects knives or likes knives or whether they do or don't, just still come by one.
It's still a good investment and a good
For sure.
gift.
For
Yeah,
sure.
that's
So-
for sure. Well, Colby, thanks for coming by.
Appreciate you having us.
All right.
All right.
All right, we have the privilege of having some folks come by and tell us what's going on. The Drug Prevention Coalition has a lot going on. But first, tell them who you are, and I've already told who you're with.
Yes, I'm Kayla Franklin. I'm a prevention coordinator at the Smith County Drug Prevention Coalition.
Okay, now you guys got some things going on here in October that you want to talk about?
Yes,
All
so
right,
we
what's
have
happening?
we have our Drug Take Back Day coming up on October 29th. It is from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. And with our Drug Take Back Day at Walmart on October 29th, we're going to have a vape. So you can bring your vapes, put them in the bucket, and you can enter a chance to win a Walmart gift card if you bring your vape from 10 to 1. We also have an event coming up called Recovery to Work. That is on October the 27th. It's at 12 noon at the Chamber of Commerce. And it is going to be the Upper Cumberland Human Resource Agency, Michael Miller and Samantha Sherrill. They're going to come and speak about people in recovery and how to be a good employer of people in recovery, how people in recovery need resources, just different things to get them back on their feet and get them back in the workforce and all the things like that.
Okay, and you guys are doing a wonderful job here in the county presenting these programs. If somebody had questions about this, or they decided they needed help and they wanted to talk to someone privately, how do they contact you guys?
You could contact us at the office. The number is 615-588-1622.
Okay, and I know you guys are an integral part of a drug court and things that are going on at the level up here at the court system and at the sheriff's department, so you can help just about anybody with anything, can't you?
If we don't know the answer, we will help you find the answer.
Okay, and have we missed anything? Is there anything else going on that you know of in October, early November?
I don't think so. I think that's
Okay.
all we have right now.
All right, well then we want to be like the Ninja Turtles and say no to drugs and yes to pizza. Is that
Yes,
right? Okay.
say yes to pizza.
All right. Kayla, thanks for coming by.
Thank you so much.
We have the privilege of being in the American Legion Hall, and I have, Jerry, go ahead and introduce yourself, and now obviously, we'll tell them who you're with.
My name is Jerry Salamini. I'm the post adjutant of American Legion Post 57. We are in the midst of becoming bigger and bigger, and we're hoping to get bigger and bigger through process of membership and through county participation. Bill Wooder has some questions to ask me, I guess, or?
Well, Jerry, one thing I know, if anybody out there is a veteran of any war or any service, they can come and be a part of this. Is that correct?
That is right.
And so we want to get the word out. If you are a veteran and a part of was part of the armed services at any time in your life, you need to come over here and get with these guys. It's a good organization. Your commandant is John Henry.
John Henry is our commander.
Commander.
I am the adjutant, and we have a vice commander who is Joe Stout. We have a historian, chaplain, another finance officer, and sergeant at arms. So we have quite a few people who are involved just to keep this thing going. We've had a pretty active year this year. It started out with the big thing was the River City Ball. It's been very successful. We were the recipient of that gift of almost $21,000, and that goes back to the veterans and the community, stays within Smith County. We have had different donations throughout the summer, and we had the concert series, which I thought was fairly successful. And that has ended now, and now we have coming up the Veterans Parade, which is November 6th. That'll be at 1 o'clock. We set up down on Carmack Avenue, and that's a bunch of veterans and whoever wants to be in the parade, really. We're hoping to get some cars, trucks, to participate in the parade, and local bands, and just people who want to be in the parade. We're not really picky about who's in there as long as they enjoy it and are honoring the veterans and what it really, really means. That afternoon, after the veteran services are over downtown, where I have a guest speaker is, Doug DeLong, and he's going to be the speaker for about a 15-minute speech. And then after that, we'll have a little break, and we'll have a concert series from about 2:30 or 3 o'clock, I assume, to about 5 or 5:30 at the courthouse, and we're hoping to have the streets shut down for that too. It should be a really interesting day, busy day, but interesting day. Then we continue on with Christmas coming up, so we're going to have our participation with Shop with a Santa, and our Santa is a veteran, a member of our group, and we're going to have children visit Santa, and we'll have gifts for the kids, and we're also going to help with the diggers, like we do every year with Digger Poindexter, and also the Sheriff's Department with the Shop with a Cop, and whatever we can do. We have baskets coming up for the veterans' wives, the deceased veterans, for Christmas and Thanksgiving, and hopefully there's some other things in our reach that we can do.
Okay, and I know you guys are very active here in so many things and throughout the year, and there's even more stuff that I guess we'll talk to you at another time about that goes on further in the year. But we really appreciate everything that you guys do here in the town, and I know a lot of it's centered toward veterans. You actually have allowed the county veteran service officer is housed in this building as well.
Right. I'm in here today. I'm speaking for him today. He asked me to do this. He couldn't make it. The veteran service officer is Bruce Wentworth, and he's done a knockout job in helping the local veterans, and hopefully he can continue to do the same, because I get a lot of response, just people talking to me about who he is. And his office is right here in the left-hand corner of our building, and he works Monday, Tuesday, I think it's 7 to 4, and 7:30 to 4, I should say, and then Wednesday is 7:30 till noon. But he's very helpful to the local veterans, and he's keeping up on all the issues and all the things that are being said and done about the veterans and how they're going to be benefiting.
So if you're a veteran out there and you want somebody on your side about some issue you have with, let's say, the VA or anything else, you come down here, and Bruce Wentworth, he will help you. He is very much on your side when it comes to things.
Right, and he'll guide and direct you in whichever way you have to go. And on all honesty, I've never seen a guy as diligent as he is, and we call him Grumpy for a good reason, because he works hard at it. But he's a super good guy.
Yeah, he does a good job. Well, Jerry, thank you for coming, and don't forget November the 6th, right?
November 6th.
November 6th is the parade. Thanks for talking with us.
Thank you very much.
Hey, Chris Hicks here with UT Extension, joined by my coworker Katie Martin. I appreciate the opportunity to be on the Chamber Show this month. And Katie, I know there's been a ton of things going on in 4-H. Our 4-Hers have been killing it at regional contests and competing at state contests. So you want to tell the folks about all the great things going on in 4-H?
Absolutely. I'm not one to brag on myself, but I will happily brag on these 4-Hers. And September was an incredible month for our 4-Hers. We placed first in 2 regional contests, forestry and poultry judging, both of those teams qualifying and getting to move on to the state contest. Unfortunately, we had some overlap on team members, so we did have to pick, and that means we are going in poultry judging to the state contest. Very excited to see how those senior members do. They may even have a chance to move on to a national contest. We'll see, but we're really proud of their hard work and the dedication and time they've put in to really becoming experts on these judging teams. It also was a busy month, as September was our first month back in clubs. We got all of our school clubs set up. We met all of our 4th, 5th, and 6th graders, most of our 7th and 8th grade clubs. And now this month in October, we're telling them how to write and deliver a 4-H speech. So we're excited to hear those speeches at their club meetings in November. So lots of things coming up, whether that's in school clubs or with our judging teams. We've also got an exciting opportunity for our 7th through 12th grade 4-H members. If you have not heard about Community Club, we had our first meeting in September. We did an ice cream social, had lots of new faces, and had a whole lot of fun. And we've got a great meeting set up in October at Cantrell Farms in Granville, and we're really excited to do their pumpkin patch and corn maze. And if you have a 7th through 12th grader that would be interested in learning more about 4-H or learning more about our community club, that would be a really fun meeting to join us at. So if you're interested or know somebody who might be interested in participating in that, simply call the office at 735-2900. You can always check us out on Facebook or Instagram. And speaking of Facebook, if you are following our Facebook page, UT Extension-Smith County, you probably have noticed this first week of October has been 4-H week. We have been celebrating National 4-H week all week long, celebrating our wonderful supporters, volunteers, alumni, and those outstanding 4-Hers. So we want to thank everybody that played some small part in National 4-H week. And Chris, I know there's lots of ag stuff going on as well. You want to tell us a little bit about that side of things?
Yeah, so we've been having a lot of field days and events. We're wrapping up our Master Beef class. We had a really good pasture and hay production field day, a region-wide. We had nearly 300 participants who came and heard Greg Judy talk at our field day. We had a Master Small Ruminant conference, so we've had a lot of events and activities going on. The other thing that I would mention that you and I have been working on is our Cultivating Community show. We partner with DTC for that, so some of you may have seen that show on DTC. I hope you watch that. If not, you can check out past episodes on our YouTube page. If you search Smith County Extension on YouTube, we'd love for you to like some of those videos and subscribe to our page so you'll get notifications about upcoming videos. But I'll mention the last one that you and I did that's going to be airing in October. We visited Cumberland County, and the unique thing about Cumberland County is one of the UT Ag Research and Education Centers is actually in Cumberland County, the Plateau Research and Education Center. And so we sort of highlighted the partnership between Extension and Ag Research. So for those who don't know, you and I work for the Institute of Agriculture at the University of Tennessee, which is composed of 4 units. So you've got the Herbert School of Ag, which is where we send the kids to get a degree in animal science or ag business or ag engineering, whatever. You've got the vet school, where there's obviously the College of Veterinary Medicine. You have Extension, which is what we do, bringing education to the people in all 95 counties. But you also have Ag Research, and there's facilities across the state, farms across the state, where they do research on crop varieties, they do research on farming practices, livestock production practices. And our role in Extension is to take that research and that knowledge from the university, from these research and education centers to the people. And so in this episode of Cultivating Communities that you can watch during October on DTC or also on YouTube, is you really understand that partnership and how well Extension and Ag Research work together. Because if you have one without the other, you lose something. But if you have the research side, the information, the knowledge, and you have us at Extension bringing that to the people, it really is a pretty neat system and works really well. So I hope folks will, like I said, subscribe to that YouTube page, check out that show. We put a lot of work into it. We also have a really good time doing it. So anything else on the 4-H side? I think you covered a lot.
We've got a lot going on, but I think the only thing left is to tune in to Smith County 4-Hers Gabe Harville's In the Wild.
Hello everybody. Welcome to another episode of In the Wild with Gabe Harville. Here recently, I competed at the Central Region 4-H Forestry Judging Contest at the Cedars of Lebanon State Park. There are many parts to this contest, all of which I'll be going over in this episode. This tool is a Biltmore stick. It's called a Biltmore stick because it was used on the Biltmore State in North Carolina to measure their trees. In order to do that, you have to know the diameter and the height of a tree, and this stick shows you how to do it. In order to see the diameter, you're going to hold it 25 inches out from you at your breast height, 25 inches out from the tree. You're going to put this butt end of the stick flush with the tree in your vision, and you're going to look over here, and the number that it falls on is going to be the diameter of a tree. To measure how many 16-foot logs you can get out of a tree, you're going to turn to the merit hypsometer side of the stick, and you're going to walk what is known as a chain. A chain is 66 feet, and you're going to walk it with your pace. Now keep in mind, a pace is every 2 steps, but nevertheless, with your back up to the tree, you're going to walk out your chain, turn around, hold the Biltmore stick up from stump height, and these numbers right here will tell you how many 16-foot logs you can get out of the tree. and this is very beneficial in the forestry and timber industry. For those of you that may not know, this is a compass. It's important for telling the direction that you're going, but it's also an important forestry tool. In compassing, what you'll do is you have a starting point, and it'll give you however many feet you need to go, and then you'll turn it to how many degrees it says to go. So let's say 44 feet at 220 degrees. If I can turn it to 220. You're going to set that little white mark up there with 220, and then this red arrow right here, you're going to align it with the one on the inside. If I can. You're going to align it with the one on the inside. It'll cooperate. And then you'll walk however many paces you need to get to 44 feet. And then you'll do that process over until you come up with your final answer. In these pictures, you can see me out in the field compassing and pacing. As I mentioned before, your pace is every 2 steps, and in compassing, there's a little slip of paper that the judges will give you. It has coordinates set up like this: 238 degrees for 67 feet, for example. And you have to use your pace and walk that distance, and then they have 2 more coordinates for you to do, and then you end up at a certain point that the judges have set out. This next portion of the contest is insect and disease identification. Hence the name. In this section of the contest, you identify insects and diseases that have something to do with trees. This is an eastern tent caterpillar. This disease is a fusiform rust. This insect here is a variable oak leaf caterpillar. In this portion of the contest, you identify wood, hence the name Wood ID. This wood here is red cedar. The final section of the contest is Tree ID. In this, you identify trees on their leaves, bark, or of the fruit that they produce. 17 is an American elm, and 18 is white oak. In this picture, 15 is a red mulberry, and 16 is a black walnut. Here you can see the UT forestry specialist explaining what these trees are and how to identify them. At the end of the day, I was fortunate enough to place second high individual in the senior high division. And here you can see the senior high first place team. From left, Easton Bibbings, Kenley Davis, Carson Meeks, and myself. This win at the regional level made us eligible to move on to the state level. Hopefully you learned a little something in this episode about forestry judging, and I hope to see you next time at our 4-H forestry judging contest. This has been Gabe Harville in the Wild. Hope to see you next time. Hello everybody. Welcome to another episode of In the Wild with Gabe Harville. Here recently, I competed at the regional 4-H forestry judging contest. There are many parts to this contest. Restart it. Hopefully you learned a little something about the
So they don't see the duct tape on it.
We hope you enjoyed the show. Bowser and I worked hard on putting this together, and he's just about wore out now, so he's going to just sit here with his pumpkin and let me do the outro, which is going to tell you about upcoming events that are happening. And we're starting about October the 15th here. Let's see, the Foster Children's Dinner Auction is Saturday, October the 15th. and it starts at serving at 4 p.m. It's at the Ag Center, and they're going to have fish dinners there, and then there's an auction afterwards, and all the proceeds go toward the foster children here in Smith County. So you want to attend that event, and that's at the Ag Center, October the 15th. That's a Saturday at 4 p.m. And we really hope you'll do that. Also, we've got a Carthage Rotary Pancake Breakfast, October the 14th and the 15th. And it's over at what used to be the ShopRite in Gordonsville. It's almost straight across from City Hall there, and right beside the Baptist Church. And these guys are serving all-you-can-eat pancake and sausage for I think it's like $7, and all the money for that goes to scholarships. At the two high schools. They usually do a scholarship at Gordonsville and one at Smith County High. And so if you want to support that, that's October 14th and 15th, and you can get a good pancake breakfast over there. Also, Keep Smith County Beautiful. Hey, Bowser. Keep Smith County Beautiful Monday, October the 17th from 9 to 1 at the Smith County Ag Center. And their slogan is "Together we can keep Smith County beautiful." And this is their fall cleanup event. And what they're going to do is go out in teams and do some cleaning up on some of the roads here in Smith County and just work on things like that. Also, the Clue on Stage Mystery Dinner Theater. This is a dinner theater performance at the old courthouse here on Main Street in Carthage, and the performances by the Smith County Fine Arts Center, and their performances are Friday, October the 14th, the 21st, and the 28th, and Saturday, October the 15th, 22nd, and 29th. So you've got several opportunities to get in on that, and it'll be a lot of fun, and it is dinner theater, and these guys are putting on a great show. So we hope you'll go and attend that, and you can pick up tickets at the Smith County Drugs down at the end of Main Street here in Carthage. Also, the Smith County Playhouse, Legend of Sleepy Hollow, Smith County High School is October the 27th and the 28th. Are you going to go? I think yeah. I think Bowser's going. October 27th, 28th, October the 30th, and the 31st. Also, Halloween events. All of them happen on October the 31st, and they are in Hometown Halloween in Carthage and the Halloween Bash in Gordonsville. So there's a lot of things happening there. All right, jump into November the 6th is the Veterans Parade and the Fall Concert. And what they're going to do is have the Veterans Parade down the street like usual on the 6th, and then there's going to be a concert afterwards on the courthouse grounds, so you'll want to attend that. And then November the 7th, there's a blood drive. Normally they have it at the chamber, but it's at the Carthage United Methodist Church from noon to 6. So you want to go and donate blood there. And then there's an art show at the Carthage Junction Depot Saturday, November the 12th. It's called Translucent, and it's works in glass from the Eads collection. So it's November the 12th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Carthage Junction Depot. So remember that. And then, of course, coming up November 27th, the Hometown Christmas Parade right here on Main Street in Carthage. And then December the 3rd, the Gordonsville Christmas Parade on Main Street in Gordonsville. Folks, there's a lot of things happening. We hope you'll participate. And until next time, may God bless you, and we'll see you next month.